Hey boys and girls, the Junkman here with another detailing related video. And this time I am again in Boise, Idaho, home of the Rag Company, along with Levi Gates of Hawks Detailing. How's it going,
good.
Levi?
Good. Welcome.
Thank you. He's welcomed me out to his shop, and I am doing a series of videos from the weekend warrior's perspective, as well as the professional detailer's perspective. So we've got together and we're going to give you all a spiel this week being on the best way to dry a car, towel or air. Levi, I'm going to throw the stage to you. Take it away.
Thank you. Well, first and foremost, I like towels. And I like Rag Company towels.
Okay.
My favorite being the Pluffle, and that's one of, here in my shop, we use a myriad of different things to dry a car, but the mainstay is the Pluffle towel.
For drying?
For drying.
Which size?
The 16 by 24.
16, okay. I actually like the 16 by 16, but
we'll also
just because it's easier to wring out for me.
We'll use it when we're finishing up, like on a rinseless wash or something for a customer's car.
Okay.
The 20 by 40s I actually use in our wash bay for my wash boys that are prepping vehicles.
Okay.
Getting them ready to be detailed for some of my employees. So they'll actually use the big ones.
Okay.
Mostly just for speed and efficiency. Okay. Now, if I have, say, the Rag Cobras sitting in the wash bay or in the shop here, and we're gonna wash it, and we go through the motions and say we use the pressure washer and say we use a 2-bucket method and with foam cannon or whatever we're gonna use and some soap, we will still use the Pluffle to dry the surface of the vehicle as well as compressed air.
Okay.
So that way we can get all the air out of the surface of the vehicle.
Okay.
Mostly that's at a level of efficiency for us.
Okay, now one thing I want to touch on with compressed air, I'm pretty sure that you keep your tank clean, your lines are filtered.
They are.
You don't want to just, because you can spit some stuff.
You can spit some oil and some gunk and some junk
nasty
and all
stuff
that
on your car. Yeah, so for those of you who are thinking about using compressed air, you definitely want to make sure that your lines are filtered, your tanks are clean. And you don't get too close to the paint where you start peeling badges and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Me myself, I won't tell anyone to use compressed air. And the reason that I feel that way is because you have different levels of compressed air out there depending on the tank that the person has. So someone with a shop tank that stands 6 feet tall, they can put some air through there, and mess around and do some damage. So my motto is, in order to cover everybody from the guy that has the little tank to the 6 foot tall one, I just say don't use compressed air. It's a safe way to go.
Exactly.
So if they go ahead and do it and their tank is okay, then they say, screw the junk man, I don't know what he's talking about. But the guy that had too much pressure, it peels a badge off, he goes, that junk man was right.
Nope.
So, well, now I'm a fan of air. And I love the Air Force Master Blaster. That's what I use.
I want one of those for here.
Now, sweet heated air. Now, some people talk about the fact that it's got filtered air, but my thing is, there's nothing floating around in the air that's going to come out and hit the car and do any damage. The same stuff that it is spitting out is what you're running into driving down the road. As a matter of fact, it's a lot worse driving down the road. So the filtered air I'm not big about, but the heated air and the horsepower.
Those things can.
As a matter of fact, in one of my videos, I explain how it puts out air. It has 2 switches. It's an 8 horsepower machine. It requires a 20 amp breaker. So that thing is drawing some juice. But when you throw that first switch, you're like, and then when you throw that second switch, it's like, hell yeah. You are moving some air. Don't drop the hose.
Yeah.
You're going to
go everywhere.
Yeah, you're going to have a good time chasing it. But the 20 amp breaker. Now, they also make the Sidekick.
Yep, the smaller handheld one.
I like that for motorcycles, maybe engines.
Yeah.
I don't too much care for it on a car. But that's why I like the Master Blaster. Now, it is pricey.
Yes.
So what I tell guys is, if you are on a budget and you ain't got that kind of money, a $30 leaf blower will do it if you want to use air.
Yeah.
And as long as you use the pooling rinse first to get as much water off the car first, then you can come in there and blow it off real easy.
Yeah, get all the
another thing you want to make sure of is that your paint is properly prepped. Paint that is fixed or repaired, waxed, where it is slick as snot, boy, that water runs off in bunches. So that makes a difference. If your paint is all jacked up, you're gonna be pushing water around all in a circle. Water barely moving, it's gonna be fighting you the whole way. So
it's gonna be clean.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of air, but if I had to use a towel, the 16 by 16 inch Pluffle by the Rag Company.com is what I would use. That is definitely the towel that I would use.
Yeah, it's one of our favorites, and we actually sell a lot to our customers because they want to see, well, what'd you dry my car with? And I always try and keep a stack of Pluffles solely for sale for my customers, and everybody loves it. Once they feel it and touch it, they're like, I need this for my house.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of a waffle weave that grew an afro.
Yeah.
I like that. That's the way I describe the Pluffle.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to add?
No, we really like using air just because in the process of, say, if it's a wholesale detail or something, it makes it a lot easier before we start the polishing to get all that water out. Even, sometimes we don't. If we're going to start on an interior first, then work our way around to the outside, we'll let the water just drip. We're inside a shop. We don't have to worry about chasing water spots or anything like that. But when you're at home doing rinseless or waterless, there's not a need as much for air. So even when I'm at home, I just use my Pluffle. I don't have air at home, so I don't worry about that. But when you get the high dollar detail in, the last thing you want when you're buffing is have that trail of water coming down and then spraying you in the face and getting everywhere, and then you've got a constant trickle of water. So it's good to use air, use any type of air, use whether the Master Blast or the compressed, or and match it with the towel to make sure you get all those drips.
I would have to agree with that. So there you have it, folks. That is the opinion on air or towel drying from the weekend warrior myself or the professional detailer. You've got both angles to look at and consider. All right, so this concludes another episode of A Brother in His Garage Productions, The Junkman, along with Levi Gates of Hawks Detailing in Boise, Idaho, home of the Rag Company.com. This is The Junkman, shining out. If you really liked this series and you want to see more, you need to voice your opinion. Write it in the comments section. Give the Rag Company a call. Give Levi a call here at Hawks Detail.
Or email me at levi@theragcompany.com.
There you go. And again, let us know if this is something you want to see again.